A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said, "Very truly I tell you, anyone who does not enter the sheepfold by the gate, but climbs in by another way, is a thief and a bandit. The one who enters by the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep hear his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all his own, he goes ahead of them, and the sheep follow him because they know his voice. They will not follow a stranger, but they will run from him because they do not know the voice of stranger. Jesus used this figure of speech with them, but they did not understand what he was saying to them. So again, Jesus said to them, "Very truly, I tell you, I am the gate for the sheep. All who came before me are thieves and bandits, but the sheep did not listen to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters by me will be saved and will come in and go out and find pasture. The thieves comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." Jesus talks about his own sheep. But who are those sheep that he calls his own? Who are they? They are those who know his voice, the voice of Jesus. What is the voice of Jesus? It is something manifold. It is his words, it is his deeds, it is his life, it is our conscience that invites us to do good and avoid evil. It is the church that he instituted, and especially the sacraments, which are channels of grace, very special channels of grace. So the voice of Jesus. And his own sheep are those who know that voice of Jesus. And in the scriptures, to know is to have a personal, intimate relationship, profound relationship. And so they know really what comes from God and through Jesus. And they will reject completely what is not this voice, what is the voice of the thieves and the bandits. And not only they will ignore or put aside, they will run from it. So the whole sheep of Jesus are those who discern, make a discernment very clear, and make a choice, very clear choice. Jesus is voice. This tells us that we have work to do on ourselves. If we look at the garden of our life, there are weeds. There are weeds. We, part of ourselves, compromise. They have received, accepted, the part of ourselves accepted some of what those thieves and bandits and the angel of darkness who disguised himself into an angel of light. And so we have work to do to remove those weeds so that we can really make a discernment. We know the word Jesus, and the other we flee. We run from that. The weeds we have don't make us able to do that. We are slow. We have this burden of all those weeds. And so have work to do to become one of Jesus' own sheep, because there are wonderful things that happen to the own sheep of Jesus. He calls them by name. That's not just fine words, poetic. No. It's real. It's real. He calls them by name. It is a personal relationship because the weeds have been removed, and until they are eradicated with the roots. And so it's Jesus. And Jesus makes a personal, intimate relationship with them, calls them by name, and leads them. And he's the gate. A gate separates two things different. And it blocks or it opens to go from one to the other. What are those two places of Jesus, of which Jesus is the gate? Jesus is the gate because he is the only one who is in those two places. In heaven, because he is God. And on earth, because he has been a human being like us, mortal body. And so he is a gate who allows us to go from the things of this earth to the things of heaven. And there he says to find pastures. Pasture. To feed ourselves with the things of heaven and then go back to earth and witness to those things of heaven, to try to live them more and more and eradicate those weeds and listen to the voice of Jesus. Listen and listen. And then we have pasture and we come back to this earth and we can witness to it. And for his own, he said, I came that they have life. Have you ever thought about my life on this earth? What is it? Is it really alive? I mean, I've thought about that at some point in my life. Is it really alive? Day to day, trying to avoid the problems and the bad things and try to get as much as I can get from this earth pleasure. And day to day, and we don't see too much, and then we know we'll grow old and sick and all this. Is that really alive? But the sheep of Jesus were his own. Know that they have a life.